Right-e-o, time to revisit the bunker in GTA Online and do some math to see if it's still worth the effort. My name's Dan and I'm an old grumpy gamer. We've got a lot of ground to cover here. This was a reasonably decent sized addition to GTA Online and there's a lot to take in, so we'll break this down into chapters with timestamps in the description below. We'll be going through why you'd want a bunker, budget and purchase options, staff allocation, resupplies, research, selling stock, the nightclub, and a few pro tips. So first things first, why on earth would you want to buy a bunker? The business isn't that flash, but it does unlock some neat GTA Online features. Firstly, the Mobile Operations Center. This is one of the tankiest vehicles in the game and it gives you the ability to upgrade your Insurgent Custom, your Deluxo, Scramjet, Barrage, and the original Oppressor. Gunrunning. Not the crown jewel in earnings, but it is, still a solid earner. This basically runs like any other MC business where you source stock, wait for it to convert to goods, then sell for a tidy profit. It augments the nightclub, so if you own or are planning on buying a nightclub, owning the bunker unlocks the sporting goods option in the nightclub warehouse, ammunition contracts, a reasonably recent addition where you can sell some excess weapons to ammunition for a quick 50 grand or so, and research and upgrades, and this is the biggie. The bunker allows you to perform research, which unlocks vehicle upgrades, Mark II weapons, scopes, ammos, and liveries. Ever wondered how someone gets a thermal scope and explosive rounds on a sniper? Well, this is how. Okay, so let's talk budget. To do anything meaningful with a bunker, you'll need to be a VIP, motorcycle club president, or a CEO. Since VIPs no longer have the restrictions they used to, you no longer need to purchase an MC or an office, so that's a win. You can purchase your bunker through the Mazebank Foreclosures website on your phone, and we have 11 options to choose from. Polito Forest for 1,165,000, Raton Canyon for 1,450,000, Largo Zancudo, which is just outside Fort Zancudo, at 1,550 grand, Chumash for a cool 1,650,000, Grapeseed at 1,750,000, Route 68 at just shy of 2 million, so that's 1,950,000, the Grand Sonora Oil Fields from 2,035,000, the Grand Sonora Desert, which will set you back 2,120,000. Smoke Tree Road is getting up there at $2.2 million. The Thompson Scrapyard is 2,290,000, and the Farmhouse rounds us out at 2,375,000. Honestly, if you have the cash, the Farmhouse is the way to go. It's close to a highway and in a good central spot on the map, so there's less pressure during sell missions. Next, we have some upgrade options. Starting with the bunker style. The default is included, but you can change the colors for anywhere up to 290,000. Adding a personal quarters for an additional 265,000 is a good way to go. It means you can spawn in at the bunker, and given how far away it is from everything, highly recommended. Next, we have a shooting range. This will set you back up to $950,000 for purchase and renovation. Honestly, I never used mine, and neither has anyone I game with regularly. It's a neat flex if you've got the cash, but honestly, it's not much more than that. The gun locker is up next. If you don't already have one, they're a handy investment at $175,000 and allow you to declutter your loadout. If you already have one in another property though, don't worry about it. Finally, transport. You're looking at $205,000 all in for both caddies. Again, neat flex, and they make the place feel a little more lived in, but that's it. I find it quicker to run around my bunker than to clamber in, start the caddy, drive, and then clamber out. Once you've purchased your bunker, you'll still need to do some additional upgrades. So starting with the equipment upgrade at $1,155,000, and this speeds up manufacturing and improves the value of stock, so that's an absolute must. Next is the staff upgrade at $598,500, increasing the staff levels and improving the speed of manufacturing and research. Again, super important. Finally, security at $351,000. There's some debate around this one as it's meant to slow down business raids, which in and unto themselves are pretty rare. It's your call, but I recommend adding them. So your bare minimum purchase price is $1,165,000 for the bare bones setup at Polito Forest, but if you can squeak together $4,750,000, you'll be well positioned with the farmhouse bunker, sleeping quarters, and all the business upgrades. Stick another $1.5 million on that if you want some unnecessary accessories like the shooting range, gun locker, and some aesthetic tweaks. Okay, with that in mind, the important stuff. If you go for the absolute bare bones, cheapest setup at Polito, buying supplies, pure manufacturing, and ignoring ammunition missions, you'll pull a profit of about $37,500 per hour, meaning you'll break even in around 32 hours. Stepping it up a little to the farmhouse bunker with all the upgrades, again, buying supplies, pure manufacturing, and ignoring ammunition, we're looking at $74,000 profit per hour, making the break even about 60 hours or so. It's a bit more, but a much more valuable business in the long run. If you want to grind this business, you could steal supplies instead of purchasing and perform the ammunition contracts the moment they come up, in which case you could pay the Polito bunker off in about 12 hours or the farmhouse in about 30. Next up, let's go through the setup missions. So make sure you've registered as a boss and head to the bunker. Then find the laptop on your desk and log in. You'll only see one option on the top left. Click it and you'll be booted back into the lobby. I picked a pretty ordinary time to do this. Snow plus night driving, it's not great. The June loader isn't exactly known for its handling either. This setup mission will take you through your first supply run. Just follow the prompts on screen to collect your first round of goods, then head back to the bunker where you'll get another briefing. After that, it's time to head back over to the computer and set up the rest of the business. Once you've logged back in, you'll be presented with a more fleshed out menu. So let's jump straight to staff. You have 3 distinct options here. You can concentrate on manufacturing, concentrate on research, or split your efforts between both. If you're only here to make money, then sink all your efforts into manufacturing. If you don't care about the bunker paying for itself, then set this to research only. For me, I wanted to split my effort. It slows down manufacturing and research, but that suits me and we'll get to why in a few moments. Next, the resupply, when that's available. You have 2 options here. You can either purchase supplies for up to $75,000 or you can steal them. If you opt to steal supplies, each run nets you 1/3 of what you need and will take you between 6 and 10 minutes to complete. That means to completely restock, you'll have to do 3 separate theft missions, which is going to take between 20 and 30 minutes. You'll definitely make more money this way, but it's a lot of work to get there. So I tend to pay the cash, so I can keep plotting with other things in the game. You can also do a partial purchase too. So if you want to AFK for a while or go do some other stuff, you can top up supplies even if they're not depleted, which can be a bit cheaper. Next is the research, arguably the most important part of the business. From here, you can start the next round of research. Unfortunately, you can't pick what you're going to research, only that you want to do some. If you have staff assigned and supplies available, research will automatically start and progress on its own. As with manufacturing, once supplies run out, research will stop and you'll need to resupply to get it rolling again. Once the research bar is maxed, you can jump into the bunker computer and see what you've got. Now, if you have some spare cash or want to get to a specific item, you can also fast track research. To be able to do this, you need to have at least 1 pixel visible on the research progress bar, so you can't just fast track thing after thing. You have to have supplies and leave it between fast tracks. But if you choose to fast track research, you'll have instant access to the item and it won't use any supplies. It will, however, cost you up to $225,000 plus the cost of the item you're actually upgrading. That said, as you can see here, with the thermal scope, heavy barrel upgrade, and a full metal jacket ammo on this Mark II sniper rifle, it is absolutely worth it. And finally, on to the money making. Cell missions are lengthy and can be challenging. So before you get started on these, I recommend having full armor, grenade launcher, a heavy machine gun, an up and atomizer, and homing missiles are very handy. And while I remember a lot of YouTubers and sites say selling your bunker, which is incorrect and confused the ever-loving crap out of me for the longest time. You are selling bunker stock. You still keep the bunker itself. Now, if you're playing solo, you need to do these fairly regularly because you don't want to allow your stock to get above 1/3. So you can keep your deliveries down to a single vehicle. If you allow your stock levels to get too high, you'll need friends to help you out, or you'll have to relay between 2 vehicles, which is really time consuming and really annoying. So once it's available, click on the sell stock. You'll be presented with 2 options for selling. You want to use the one that gives you the highest return. It will take a bit longer, but the cash is much better. Click on the one with the most cash, then you'll be dropped into the free mode lobby, take a look around for a vehicle, and you'll see either an insurgent, monster truck, dune buggy, or a truck. Jump in, and as soon as Agent 14 has finished banging on, you'll see 4 or 5 markers on the map. Pick the one closest to you and head over. Bear in mind the fastest route might be cross country. Once you arrive at the marker, you'll be prompted to drop goods off and will inevitably be ambushed by Merryweather. You absolutely must deal with these clowns. Once you've sorted that wave of mercs, bring up the map and set the next marker and drive on over. Now, if you only have 4 markers, once you've dropped off a package at the last one, you'll get another call from Agent 14 telling you the client has been ambushed and to protect them. Once he hangs up, you'll get a new waypoint. Head over and sort out the last of Merryweather's goons. Then leave the area before you're done. If you had 5 markers straight off the bat, as soon as you drop off the last one, you're good to go. Next up, if you're fortunate enough to own a nightclub, you'll get a bit of a bonus here, as the bunker unlocks the sporting goods section of the nightclub warehouse. You'll still need to have the nightclub warehouse set up and staff allocated, but it's a nice little earner at minimal additional cost, and you can really boost the value of the nightclub overall. Pro tips next. So first up, like most other businesses, if you're registered as some sort of manager, that's a CEO, VIP, or an MC president, the game assumes you're actively running your business, and that means they can be open to raids and attacks. If you're not actively working a business and you're not expressly doing something that requires you to be a CEO, VIP, or an MC president, then you should resign. This will significantly reduce the chance of having stock stolen or otherwise destroyed while you're not actively working. Same goes for almost every other business too. If you're not actively working something, resign your post as a CEO, VIP, or MC president. AFKing is a great way to build stock, and if you've not heard the term before, AFK means away from keyboard, which is the practice of keeping the game open without actually participating in it. Now, the more experienced of you will know that after 13 minutes of inactivity, Rockstar will terminate your session and boot you from online. But there's a way around it. If you have an LS Car Meet membership, which you can get for $50,000, you can head over to the test track. Once you're in, simply reverse back out, and as you head back up the ramp, you'll be dropped into an action menu. When that pops up, do nothing. Just leave your PC or console on that screen, and your session won't terminate. My standing record for AFKing this way is 2 days straight. And if you don't have an LS Car Meet membership, you can do the same thing at the casino. Head to the ground floor entrance, hop out of your vehicle, return it to storage, and walk to the front door. You'll get this interrupt screen asking where you want to go. Just leave it there and you won't be booted. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next video.